Think airports are just about boarding planes? Think again. From lost luggage to privacy risks, knowing your rights can save you time, money, and stress. Airports are more than just terminals. They are complex systems with rules, procedures, and risks that travelers rarely consider until it's too late. Let's start with security and screening. Airport security has the power to inspect all your belongings, from your carry-on bags to your personal devices. While you must comply with security officers, you also have rights. For example, you can request a private screening if you're uncomfortable with public inspection. You can ask for explanations about why certain items are prohibited or why a procedure is necessary. Refusing a security check can delay your trip significantly and might even prevent you from boarding. Small oversights, like accidentally carrying prohibited items in your bag, can escalate into hours of waiting and stress. That's why preparation is essential. Keep liquids in approved containers, double-check items that might raise flags, and always have your documents ready. A proactive traveler is a less stressed traveler. Moving on to flight delays and cancellations, these are far more common than most people expect. Flights can be delayed due to weather, technical issues, staffing problems, or air traffic control restrictions. When this happens, airlines may owe compensation, but it often depends on the country, airline policy, and the nature of the delay. Always keep your boarding pass, receipts, and any notifications from your airline because these are crucial when making a claim. Checking your airline's website or the local aviation authority for claim procedures can save hours of frustration and even secure compensation that can offset expenses like meals, transportation, or hotel stays. Understanding your rights in this area turns a stressful situation into a manageable one. Next, let's talk about lost or damaged luggage. Imagine arriving at your destination only to find your luggage missing. The first step is to report it immediately at the airline counter. Most airlines have strict timelines for reporting lost items, and delays in reporting can affect your ability to receive reimbursement. Some airlines only reimburse part of the loss, especially for high-value items, so knowing their policies is key. Taking photos of your luggage and valuable items before traveling creates proof that can make a claim easier. Consider travel insurance for expensive items, which can provide additional coverage beyond the airline's standard policy. Personal data and privacy are also critical issues at airports, from passport information to boarding history and sometimes even biometric data like facial recognition or fingerprints. Airports collect a lot of personal data. Knowing how your data is used, stored, and shared is essential. Checking airport or airline privacy policies and being cautious with public Wi-Fi can protect you from identity theft or unauthorized use of personal information. Limit sharing unnecessary details and avoid connecting sensitive devices to open networks. Duty-free shopping and customs rules are another area where travelers often face surprises. Every country has limits on duty-free goods, and exceeding those limits can result in confiscation, fines, or additional paperwork. Researching customs rules before shopping can prevent costly mistakes and keep your travel smooth. Be aware of limits on alcohol, tobacco, and luxury items, and keep receipts handy in case customs officers ask for proof. Knowing what's allowed and what isn't gives you control and avoids last-minute stress. Throughout your journey, awareness is your best companion. Airports can feel confusing, intimidating, and even overwhelming, but understanding your rights, preparing ahead, and staying alert can turn a potentially stressful experience into a smooth and manageable one. Small actions like organizing documents, understanding security procedures, tracking flight changes, photographing valuables, protecting personal data, and knowing duty-free limits all add up to a smarter, safer trip. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know, the more control you have over your travel experience. Whether it's requesting a private screening, claiming compensation for a delayed flight, ensuring reimbursement for lost luggage, protecting your personal data, or shopping duty-free without trouble, every step counts. Airports are full of rules, procedures, and hidden traps, but with preparation, you can navigate them with confidence. Being proactive doesn't just save time and money, it reduces stress and makes traveling enjoyable again. So, next time you step into an airport, remember these tips, know your rights, and take charge of your journey. Airports may seem like chaotic spaces full of rules and security checks, but they don't have to be intimidating. From the moment you enter until you board your plane, staying in Town. Airports can be overwhelming spaces, filled with rules, security measures, and regulations that change from one country to another, but understanding your rights and responsibilities can transform your travel experience completely. Every traveler, whether frequent flyer or first-timer, faces challenges ranging from security checks to flight delays, lost luggage, privacy concerns, and customs regulations, and knowing how to navigate these challenges not only saves time and money, but also significantly reduces stress and anxiety during your journey. Starting with airport security and screening, it's important to remember that while security officers have the authority to inspect all your belongings, passengers are not powerless. You can request private screenings, ask for explanations regarding prohibited items or specific procedures, and remain calm and cooperative throughout the process. Carrying prohibited items unknowingly can lead to delays or denied boarding, so organizing your carry-on and checking JAMSO airline and airport security rules in advance is essential. Additionally, understanding what constitutes a prohibited item, from liquids exceeding the permitted amount to sharp objects or certain electronics, ensures you avoid unnecessary confrontations and time-consuming inspections. Moving to flight delays and cancellations, these events occur far more frequently than most travelers anticipate. Flights can be affected by weather, technical malfunctions, staffing shortages, or air traffic control restrictions, and each scenario has its own set of rules regarding compensation and passenger rights. Keeping boarding passes, receipts, and digital notifications is crucial when claiming compensation or lodging complaints. Researching your airline's policies and local aviation authority regulations before departure can prevent confusion and streamline the process, allowing you to receive full, entitled compensation for meals, transportation, or accommodation during delays. Furthermore, it's important to remain aware of the specific rights in different jurisdictions. For instance, in the European Union, Regulation EC number 261/2004 provides standardized compensation for delays and cancellations, whereas other countries may have different thresholds and procedures. The next common challenge travelers face is lost or damaged luggage. Arriving at your destination without your belongings can be distressing, but immediate action can mitigate financial loss and inconvenience. Always report missing luggage at the airline counter promptly, as airlines often impose strict timelines for claims. Taking photos of your luggage and valuable items before traveling provides undeniable proof in case of damage or loss. Many airlines offer partial reimbursement, and having clear documentation ensures that you receive the maximum compensation available. For high-value items, travel insurance provides an added layer of protection, covering expenses that the airline may not fully reimburse. Personal data and privacy are growing concerns in airports worldwide. Airports collect extensive personal information, including passport details, boarding history, and biometric data like fingerprints or facial recognition scans. It's essential to understand how this data is stored, used, and shared, as misuse or data breaches can have long-term consequences. Avoid connecting personal devices to unsecured public Wi-Fi networks, minimize sharing unnecessary personal information, and review airport and airline privacy policies to safeguard your data. Equally important is understanding duty-free and customs regulations. Each country sets specific limits on the quantity and type of goods you can bring in duty-free, and exceeding these limits can result in confiscation, fines, or additional scrutiny. Alcohol, tobacco, luxury goods, and certain food items are often heavily regulated, and familiarity with local customs rules can prevent surprises and save both time and money. Keeping receipts and documentation for duty-free purchases is also critical, especially when crossing multiple international borders. Beyond these specific areas, the overarching theme is preparation and awareness. The more informed you are about the processes, rules, and potential pitfalls at airports, the smoother your travel experience becomes. From packing efficiently, organizing documents, and preparing for security checks to understanding flight compensation policies, managing luggage, protecting personal data, and following customs regulations, each small step contributes to a stress-free journey. Remember that airports are dynamic environments, constantly changing due to technological advancements, security concerns, and international regulations. Staying updated on these changes, subscribing to airline notifications, checking government travel advisories, and reviewing new policies before each trip ensures that you are always ahead of potential challenges. Practical tips include